Well, welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. I have Carrie Fezza with us from Carrie F Decor. How are you today?
I am well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm doing very well, Carrie. So glad to have you on the show. You're going to be sharing some wonderful things with us, all about setting up your home, designing your home, staging your home, creating the perfect living space or selling space.
Absolutely.
No matter what stage you are in the game, Carrie is who you need to call to find out exactly what you need to do. So we'll go back to the beginning, Carrie. So you originally hailed from British Columbia, Canada,
hmm
and you came here to US, but before that, you got this bug to start doing do-it-yourself home remodeling that came from mom. Can you tell us a little bit about your early inspiration for doing that?
Yeah, no, I grew up in a little 70s track house. We built our house. It wasn't a bi-level, which was a very popular design at the time. But my mom just had the foresight to reimagine the space in a way that she took the stairs out of the back, put them in the front, and she was the first one to do open concept back in the 70s where you could look from the living room downstairs into the basement, into the family room. And then that extra footage she got on the back, she increased the dining space and put sliders out onto a deck. So at that point, I was hooked. And because I grew up in a new development, there was lots of building going on around us. We would look into homes that were being built, that were in the construction stages, you could walk through. And she was always very creative. And my dad was an art teacher. So I guess some of that just rubbed off on me.
So you do a number of things. Will you give us just a brief overview of your services? So when people call you, they contact you. Just let them know everything that you cover, kind of in a nutshell.
Okay, well, we are an interior design firm. We're a boutique firm. We're small, quality over quantity. I usually handle most of the projects myself and bring in my crew when I need them. Our focus is interior design, primarily renovations based on the experience that I have doing my house and other people's homes now at this point. I like to reimagine spaces. But if you already have a beautiful home, we can decorate it. We have access to the trade decor, both online and at the Las Vegas Design Center, and we can get you designer discounts at places like Crate and Barrel. We make a little markup. You save money, we make a little money, and everybody comes away happy. That you should have the benefit of hiring an interior designer is to get better quality product at a better price than you could get shopping it on your own. We also have been offering staging, but we don't get a lot of calls for residential staging, and we're kind of phasing that out. We've done some commercial staging, and we've done staging of the stage. I have a good friend, Christy Love Brooks, who does productions for the state. She's a former art teacher that worked in Manhattan, drama teacher and actress, and former member of the Platters. And she usually hires me to stage her stage, which I love doing. We've done events like for the National Hispanic Realtors Association. And so I really enjoy the commercial staging. And we did a couple showrooms at LVDC for both summer and winter markets. Those are the two big trade shows. The design center is open to the public Monday through Friday, although you will need to be working with a designer in order to purchase. But the two trade shows are only open to the trade. And we were tasked with designing one of the showrooms, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm kind of looking more towards doing that with the staging. If, though, you have a house and you want to put it on the market, I'm available for a very affordable rate to come in and help you go through the space and decide, how to set it up best to put it on the MLS. 95% of buyers start their home search online.
Mm-hmm.
So it's critical that you have beautiful pictures in order to draw the buyer in.
So you also are gifted in the psychic arts, and you use much of that in your intuitive process with design work as well. Will you give us a little insight to how they go together?
Well, absolutely. I think most really good interior designers are highly intuitive. When you're a creative, artistic person, you do a lot of things intuitively without thinking about it, no matter what your expression is, whether you're an actor, whether you're a musician or a designer, there's a large amount of intuition that goes into it. I backed into my psychic ability through astrology. Astrology is very left brain. It's much like architecture. It's math and angles and the juxtaposition of one thing to another. Then as I got going with astrological charts, I realized that I had a lot of intuitive ability. And my main form of expression is reading cards, tarot cards and playing cards, some animal spirit cards. I keep everything of and for the light. I don't do anything dark, spells or pentagrams or anything like that. And in bringing that to my design, I find that some of my designs are forward thinking. I remodeled my bathroom 11 years ago, and it's still very, I believe, to be on trend. We were doing the tile that looks like marble back then with a lot of gray. Gray has since been like overdone. I'm like really over gray. It has a place in design in small doses, but that's what the intuition provides me, is with forward thinking designs, unique designs, and we always specialize them to the client.
You know, we're so glad that you're here and you have your business here in Las Vegas, and Vegas has just become it's just so amazing. And there's so much growth, and between the sports teams coming and just there's so many new businesses. And while COVID had some negative effects on our world, there was so many positive things that were born and blossomed out of that time. People reinventing themselves, adapting and doing new things. And, it's just amazing to see the transformation of our town.
I couldn't agree with you more. I totally agree 100% with everything you're saying. It's so funny. And yeah, there's a wealth of possibilities here. Just the housing market alone is taking off. There's so many things going on. So there's room for all of us. And thank you for bringing it up. And thank you for having me and letting me express what I do.
Oh, it's wonderful. And folks, call Carrie. She's got the answers that you need to hear, and to the questions you may not even know you need to ask. So it's a great place to start. No matter where you are on your journey with your home, whether it's coming or going or in between or staying, you definitely want to call Carrie. How do you want them to reach out to you? What's your preferred method of contact?
I like phone calls. I usually answer my own phone. We're available usually 9 to 5, Monday to Friday by phone. And that's a complimentary phone call. I'll spend 20 minutes with you on the phone, finding out what you want to do, even if you don't know where to start, what's bothering you about your house, or what would you like to do? Where do you want to take it to the next level? Talk a little bit about your lifestyle, your color preferences, where you live, how you live. We'll give you that time on the phone. And then from there, if you want to move forward, if we feel like we're a good fit, if we're on the same page, we can set up a consultation.
Well, look what we have here. A billboard in Las Vegas. Ain't that fantastic? Oh my goodness. Shout out to Pride and Egos for making it happen. Gary Neal Jr., man, I see you, my brother. And you know what? We got more things that we're going to do. I'm so excited about this. Jersey Doll's excited about this. And you know what? I'm also excited that the 2-year anniversary is now here. And this is phenomenal, man. I mean, I remember starting this off and this being an idea. And now, all of a sudden, 2 years later, here we are. Now, when you guys are in Vegas, just to let you know, the billboard's right there, Tropicana and Koval. Right where I used to hang at, right across from the MGM Casino. Yeah, so, dreams come true. And we're going to do something special for you guys for supporting. November 17th. I know, I might have told you a date or two before, but I'm serious this time. November 17th is going to be the concert. Slykat, Jersey Doll. And we're going to make this thing phenomenal. And that's why we had to, get it just right. And it's going to be amazing. And not only that, I hope that you guys can enjoy every single thing that we present to the table. And, I look at it this way. We can all do it together, and none of us can do it alone. So you guys have supported me, so it's time for me to get on the microphone. Let's shake the world, and I'll see you guys really soon.
Are you looking for the perfect outfit for your next night out or a unique gift for a special occasion? Look no further than Apricot Lane Boutique of Las Vegas. Visit us at Jansen Plaza, located at 5025 Blue Diamond Road, Suite 109, Las Vegas, Nevada 89139. For more information and for store hours, call 702-202-2996.
Well, welcome to the Mental Margarita Show with Christina Bishop with Friends of Red Rock Canyon. She's a volunteer coordinator for this wonderful organization that takes care of this wonderful place. How are you, Christina?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing wonderful as well. And what a beautiful day it is in Las Vegas. What a beautiful place that you are right now. You're right behind the visitor center over there at Red Rock Canyon. And where there's trails, our amphitheater, and so many wonderful things happen there. So let's start with Friends of Red Rock Canyon. So you preserve, protect, and enrich this whole area. And with the help of volunteers and support from the community, tell us how this got started.
So Friends has been around for about 40 years. We are the oldest Friends group in the nation. I believe there's about 55, maybe some more Friends groups. And we are a volunteer group supporting Red Rock Canyon NCA. And along with volunteering, we are the philanthropic group for arm of Red Rock Canyon NCA. And through fundraising, donations, and Friends members, we provide supplies that are needed for volunteer events and support projects. Along with volunteering, we are the philanthropic arm to Red Rock Canyon NCA. We do that through fundraising, donations, and the Friends members. We provide supplies that are needed for volunteer events and support projects.
That's wonderful. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
And Red Rock Canyon, just so the audience knows, we're looking at like 200,000 acres of hiking, climbing, cycling, equestrian trails. We've got a wonderful visitor center, a wonderful gift shop, which I have to say that since I moved to Las Vegas in 2004, the gift shop was always one of my favorite spots to go for that unusual something that you just couldn't find anywhere else. And it's also not only you supporting a great cause, but you're also, finding things that celebrate the wonderful Nevada landscape and where we live. So there's so much there. The tortoise habitat, there's so much that you folks do between trail maintenance, waste cleanup, and graffiti removal. What's some of the greatest needs that your organization takes care of out there on a regular basis?
I would say the greatest need is always trail repair and canyon cleanup. We have millions of visitors every year, and that really has an impact on Red Rock Canyon. So I would just say that we owe it to future generations to protect and preserve our public land, and we are seeing an increase every year to Red Rock Canyon. I want to say the guesstimate that I have is around 4 million visitors each year. So we are truly being loved to death. And so canyon cleanup and trail maintenance is our greatest area of need right now. And that is something that Friends is a part of. We are our volunteer programs. We have graffiti removal, light trail maintenance, tortoise habitat, native plants and invasive species is another one that's pretty big that you don't really think of here.
And we want people to enjoy the park, but also take care of it and be responsible. And littering and leaving things behind do a lot of damage to the wildlife and their habitat, and pollute their area and cause hazards that they wouldn't usually have to deal with, except for people coming in there and leaving them behind. So folks, please, whatever you take in with you, take it out with you as well.
Whatever you pack in, pack it out. And if you just to me, I never even thought before I started, my husband and I would always take a garbage bag when we were off-roading. And if we see trash on the trails when we're hiking, that's what we always did before. But now knowing more of what an impact it has on our wildlife, I will be going down the highway and my tire will press on those brakes and the tires will screech while picking up balloons and plastic and anything. Tortoises cannot tell the difference between plastic and their flowers or what they would normally eat. They are attracted to color. And so, that's the best thing you can do for them is just pick up the trash, pack it, whatever you take in, you take out, and just don't touch them.
Great advice. And you heard it, folks. Leave them alone. Let them
Leave them
be.
alone.
Enjoy them from a safe distance and their wonder and beauty. And another thing that we experience out in Red Rock upon visiting is our Native American petroglyphs and artwork and many things. And they have been damaged over the years by graffiti and vandalism, and that is a very costly repair, and it costs a lot and it takes a lot of hours for people to fix that. Can we talk about that for a moment? Because you have a special program where people can volunteer and then also support that as well.
Definitely. So if you are out on the trails and you see graffiti, you take a picture of it, and if you can get the coordinates for it, you can email that to the BLM. If you pass it along to friends, we will pass it along to the appropriate people that can take care of that, and they will make a map of where graffiti is found in Red Rock Canyon, and that they will get a support team out there, the rangers, and then volunteers. We have a graffiti removal team. So there are protocols in place to report it, and then we can't go clean it if we don't know where it is. So, and the rangers can only see so much, so they need everybody's help to let them know if you're seeing, if you're out climbing, if you are even off of the scenic loop. If you're off of 160, we've got Cottonwood, we've got Late Night, we've got other trails out there. If you're mountain biking and you see graffiti, take a picture, send it in.
Again, folks, you're going to want to visit the friendsredrock.org in order to find out all the information that you need, how to be involved, how to support, because it takes all of us in the community to keep this going.
It most certainly does. It most certainly does. Yeah. So friendsredrock.org, you can become a member, donate, get volunteer information on there, find out about events that we have coming up. So yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Mental Margarita Show. I'm here with Jen Hartfire, who is a shaman and a spiritual healer here in Las Vegas. How are you, Jen?
Wonderful. It's so good to be here. I'm so excited. This is a wonderful opportunity to connect with you and to connect with locals or people all over the world who are ready for big shifts and changes in their life.
Yes, and we're so excited to have you and for what you're about to share with us. And there's something that I pulled off of your website that I saw that I really loved. And you help people walk back to their heart. It's one of the things that you do, and you ask people and tell them it's time to leave your shadows behind and frolic once more in this beautiful life. Going into the healing side, can you explain to the audience what a shaman is and their role?
So there are different types of shamans out there. So that's one thing that people need to realize. Not every shaman is going to be exactly the same, and not everyone does the exact same type of healing. A shaman is someone who reveals shadows, though. They reveal hidden truths that you cannot see. I'm a type of shaman, and a shaman is someone who can see in the hidden realm or the astral realm, the realm that most people don't recognize, which is where angels and spirit guides and ancestors live, but also where entities and demons and power animals, and it's the hidden realm in between us. But the veil is so thin, more people are having an awakening and having spiritual connection without realizing. So my role as a shaman is to help you understand what you're attracting or not attracting due to your heart space and due to energetic alignment, and what you have not cleared for your ancestors. So what I do is I talk with people and I help them understand. And when people come into my field of energy, they're either fearful because it's going to be a huge shift, or they're excited because they feel my heart energy. A lot of people cry. 95% of my clients cry, either right when they connect or at the end of the session, because it's an emotional release to let go of old baggage. I'm a deep heart healer because I'm trying to help you get back to yourself, right? And so when we lose our sense of self, either from trauma or our life is just off track, we're not connected inside. And so when I do different types of healings and I do channelings, my deepest form of healing is the shamanic healing, where I go take my client to a guided meditative state. I'm going into the astral realm and I'm pulling their spirit in front of me, and I'm looking at all the energy around them and inside of them. I'm taking out old energy and I'm realigning new energy, or I'm clearing past lives, cords, chains, anchors. I am then upgrading their energy field with light codes, filling them with light, having Jesus come in and the angels come in to keep holding that space for them. If they have soul parts that are missing or fragmented, which soul parts are part of our soul that shatter out of our body, can be located in different parts of our body or even out in space and time, because part of our soul was really traumatized or unhappy. And so a part of our soul can chip off. And that's where we lose memories too, is because our soul becomes displaced. The event itself was overly traumatizing. It could be something as serious as a bad car accident or a divorce. But it could be deeper, like child molestation, physical abuse, verbal abuse, screaming, hearing the parents screaming all the time, having a relative die. These all become like trauma shocks in our body, and our body holds memory. So our body holds the memory, our subconscious holds it in there. And then that's where we start to have all these weird thoughts and because we're not only feeling stuff from our ancestors or our parents, whatever they did heal, we have our own stuff to heal and deal with. Right? So people are not understanding that all the shifts in their mind and in their energy field is because we're trying to get online to this unconditional love, this Christ consciousness place.
Moving on to, we're using words like ancestry and generations, and in clinical settings, it's a lot of needing to break the cycle. You hear that term a lot, but no one really actually goes into depth more into that. So in your work, you help people break generational curses and some of these ancestral things that happen. Explain how those are passed to offspring and pass through DNA and such.
So I've worked with teachers and shamans on different lineage lines, and I gained my most knowledge of the last 5 years when Jesus and Mary Magdalene were channeling me, Moses, and different biblical figures. And it really helped me to understand the deeper energy lines of generational trauma. We hold 7 generations of trauma in our womb, firstly from our mother and our father's side. So whatever your parents experienced and didn't clear through the body or the mind or their lifetime, like if they never stood up for themselves in the marriage, for example, a lot of women, the mothers never stood up for themselves. So the child must now learn to stand up for themselves and hold authority in their life. That could be a small generational shift. A larger generational shift is the mother was molested, the grandmother was molested, there was a molestation line. And so when the child comes in, the child gets molested or raped because you're holding that vibration in your body, attracting something that will make it happen again. So until we remove the vibration out, the triggering events keep happening. So a lot of people don't understand DNA is the biggest form of passing energy. So when we have sex with people, all of those partners that have exchanged DNA with us, we are absorbing their trauma and we're passing our trauma. So if your mother also was like a sex addict or had 3 marriages or whatever it was, and then she has you, or she had a miscarriage before she had you, that's a trauma in the womb, or maybe she had an abortion before you. So there's these traumas that keep getting passed. People don't understand. Maybe you'll have a miscarriage, or maybe you'll have that same energy because the mom didn't clear it.
How do people reach you? How do they follow you to get a hold of you if they would like to take advantage of what you have to offer?
So I'm Jen Heartfire on Facebook and Instagram. My website is jenheartfire.com. My email is jesusprospers25@gmail.com. And my phone number is 725-305-2607. I am located in Las Vegas, Nevada, near Charleston and Jones. I have people come into my home and I work on people all over the world. I am an open book, and I would love to help anyone who isn't ready to connect deeper, to have a deeper awakening, to follow their heart, to shift their life, to just allow more love and more balance.
You're starstruck, here's a sprinkle of the stardust. Hold your champagne glass and your cigars up. See the guys with mob ties drive the cars up. Bright lights, most nights they buy the bars up. Candy coated Chevy cars on the highway. It's Frankie baby, it's on and this is my way. Dean Martin at the Sands this Friday. With Sammy Davis, here's a little hint where I stay. The city shines like Liberace's mansion, and you know Elvis had the whole city dancing. Showgirl silhouette steady prancing. Shout out to June, just the Copa Girls anthem. Legal gambling, yeah, that would tempt me. It's Sin City, holy water couldn't cleanse me. And Wayne Newton had the crowd in a frenzy. Live at the Stardust, the seats never empty. Now if you having a good time in Las Vegas, at the count of 3, I want to hear you scream, Viva Las Vegas. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Viva Las Vegas! And Main Street was the official local beer stop. Enough slot machine noise to make your ears pop. The cigarette girls walking souvenir shops, while Red Fox had them laughing till the tears drop. Before Steve got a win at the right time, Sig and Roy had a long circus lifeline. Now the Strip's got a lot of neon light signs. Would you agree there's not another city like mine?